African a religion? I feel like every time I do these videos, I just say shit and I just facepalm. So I'm just like, the thing with Twitter though is you never know when, I tweet a lot of sarcastic shit too. So you can't take everything for face value. But I feel like this one is face value. This one is. All right, folks, here we are again with another one. We got some of the dumbest tweets in history, part 16. You guys already know it's your boy, it's Pepper, Mr. Spicy. I should probably commit to one name, but I'd rather have as many names as possible. Call me Jared. Some people call me Bronstein. It's my last name. People call me Bronst. You know, you call me whatever you want. Just don't call me baby. Is that from a movie or some shit? We are reacting to the dumbest tweets in history, part 16. Make sure you smash that like button. You were watching Top 10 Central Vibe. Make sure you sprinkle some of that pepper, which I've been forgetting to do in my last 2 videos that I just filmed, but we're gonna try to bring it back a little bit. So sprinkle that pepper and let's get into it. Happy Labor Day. Be thankful for all the mothers who went into labor for their kids. That's what this holiday is all about. See, that could be a sarcastic tweet. That could be like someone thinking it's funny to be like, see, I get it, because it's not really for women going into labor. It's for, what is the purpose of Labor Day? See, I don't know. What is the purpose? Why is it just the achievements of workers? I guess that makes sense, like hard labor, I guess, but I'm reading about it. It's the labor union movement. So it was just like a day that the labor union did. It became a federal holiday in 1894. Holy shit, in the US, of course. Interesting. So we're like, people just worked hard and then they just formed a union and they're just like, fuck it, we should have one extra day off, one day out of the year, aside from Christmas. And they're like, let's just make it our day in September. And they're like, all right. Holy fuck. Well, there's a history lesson for you guys. I watered wax plants for 3 years thinking they were real and I kept them alive. Hashtag I'm dumb. At least she knows how to use Twitter with the hashtags. That's funny though. Wouldn't it not grow after 3 years? I mean, I'm just curious at what point when they stopped, like, I'm just curious how it would take that long for you to realize. Like, I think after a week of it not moving in the slightest, growing, dying, anything, I would be like, is this thing real? Then again, I never owned a plant, so. I like this guy's name, Deuce McCool. It means to McCool, because deuce, or it means shit McCool, because people take a deuce, which is number 2. So maybe he's shit McCool, I don't know. I once walked into a GameStop, nice. Saw a display for free air guitars, take one. Didn't see any, asked clerk if they had any more. I'm dumb. Yeah, that's a dumb, yeah. Dude, you want a free drum set? It's right here. Haha. Alright, I'll stop with the cringe, guys. I play into the cringe on purpose. Like, I'm not actually, I'm sure you guys, if you guys see my other videos, I'm very like, I don't know actually. I purposely play into the cringe as a joke. It's like, I'm like facetiously being cringy. You know what I mean? I'm like making fun of, I'm like sarcastically being cringy, which in itself might be cringy, but fuck you guys. You're the one watching me. I can do whatever I want. Once I tried to use my fingers to zoom in on my school pictures. I'm dumb. You're not dumb. You're just what is it? I'm a millennial. You're just a Gen Z. Probably born in like 98 or like the year 2000. You don't know how to do anything physical without technology being around. Like, I will say right now, millennials are easily the greatest generation. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna be upset by that. It's not saying that you guys are look, all I'm saying is millennials could do it all. We were born while tech started to kind of rise up. So we get that side of things. But we also appreciate the fact that, you know, the boomers and Y2K happened and all that. We were alive for all that shit. You know what I mean? We were alive for a lot of this stuff. Like, a lot of our relatives were in a war. We're a part of a war. Not to say that, I guess, Gen Zers weren't part of a war, because there's still war that go on, you know, daily in the world. So, but I'm saying like World War, you know? I had, like, I don't want to say my grandparents fought in World War. They were more so fleeing from Europe and Hungary. But, yeah. We're all great generations, guys, as long as we all work together. But the Gen Zs are fucked. They're fucking, I'm kidding. I feel like a lot of you guys are Gen Z. Maybe you're not, I have no idea. Let me know what generation you guys are in the comments down below. I'm curious what our demographic is here. Is it Gen Zs? Is it millennials? Is it the boomers? Is it Gen Y? Is it, I don't know what the other generations are, but the ones that like TikTok. At Jimmy Fallon went through the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru and started talking in a garbage can instead of the speaker. I'm dumb. Might have just been drunk. which I hope not, because if you're at the drive-thru, then again, they're not saying that they drove in the drive-thru. I've tried to walk through the drive-thru before, which they didn't allow, but I don't know why. I don't know. I guess it's in the name, you have to drive through it, but like, if you're closed, what do you, I'm not even gonna get started, guys. When I was a child in church, I thought people said, hey man, instead of amen. I'm dumb. I mean, that would make sense. You know, because if you're talking to, I guess, Jesus, you're like, hey man, just want to pray to you a little bit. I'm Jewish, guys. I don't know what people do in church. I painted the stairs leading to basement going down. I was trapped for 3.5 hours. Oh shit. See, that's a dumb thing to do. That is something that you don't do. It's like when you're not really putting tiles, but it's like when you have to walk out the door, you don't put stuff down from the door back. You go from the corner of the room and you work your way out, right? To get to the door. But yeah, you would do it going up. Like you would take each step and paint, not go down with each step. It's okay, that would happen. Or maybe you paint it and then you step and you have footprints and that's just part of the design. You're like, yeah, it's like a ghost is always walking up and down the stairs. You gotta just adapt. What are the words that you say? It's adapt, improvise, adapt, overcome, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying though. Jimmy Fallon, I'm dumb. I once waited in line at Macy's behind a mannequin for 15 minutes thinking it was a person. You probably had an edible. There's no way, no one could stand in front of a mannequin or behind a mannequin for 15 minutes. If I was in line for 15 minutes and somebody didn't move, all my shit just shut down. I think my computer's about to restart. I don't fucking know. Why is my computer trying to restart? It's literally like, oh, we're gonna do a soft, my computer's literally restarting now. So I'm not gonna get that last tweet, unfortunately. Unless maybe I pull it off my phone. Like, I could literally, my computer literally, my hands were up, my computer's literally restarting right now. So, I guess I'm not gonna get that last tweet in there, unfortunately, guys. I'm a little curious what it was. I could try to pull it up on my phone or we'll just save it for next time, I guess, because gotta love the MacBook, right? That is all for this one, guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Let us know if you guys want us to continue this series of the dumbest tweets. We are 16 videos in, so why not do 17? I mean, I think eventually we get to 100, but one at a time, right, guys? A lot of dumb tweets out there. Twitter's been around for a while. People say stupid shit, and it's just content for us, so I don't mind it. Make sure you sprinkle some pepper. I've been your boy, Mr. Spicy, and we'll see you soon. Love you lots. Mwah. Bye.
I wished we could choose our baby fathers. Emoji. Someone come tell her before I do, because I'm gonna hurt her feelings. Yeah, we'll just keep motoring it through. That's a good start for this video, I think. I wouldn't say dumbest tweets in history, but that's definitely dumbest tweets of the week, perhaps. Guys, welcome back to Vibe. I'm your host, Taylor McWaters. Today, we are reacting to some dumb tweets. In fact, the dumbest tweets in history, part 17. Hit that thumbs up, put that seat back, let's react. Bernie Sanders should be forced to give away 90% of his birthday cake. Hashtag happy birthday Bernie at Mike. Okay, 75 retweets, 233 likes. A lot of people agree. This is good stuff. This is how, oh, Mayor, great first name, Mayor. You know, the rest is like blocked out. It's like Mayor Shittown or something. Mayor of Shitville. This is how birthday cakes work when you have friends. Well, yep, the first name Mayor, definitely, she's the mayor of trouble, that's for sure. Sunglasses, the blonde hair, she's trouble. It's one of those ones where you're like, hey, it's last call. And she's like, no, it's not. I'm the mayor around here. It's actually not last call. You get some friends, then come back to me and we'll talk. That's a great comeback though. I mean, not as much support, only 24 likes. I'm gonna go and find her and make it 25. I then get canceled because I'm bullying people online. Mary says, I thought our goldfish had a headache because he would swim into the glass, so I gave him aspirin. He died quickly after. Okay, you didn't give your goldfish aspirin. I think you just like sprinkled aspirin into the goldfish's atmosphere, and then he was like, and that's how he died. You and your friends got like a bunch of narcotics and were like blowing it in their face, being like, oh, I heard you had a headache, so we're just gonna blow some medicine in your eyes. That's a horrible idea. Also, yeah, fish, I don't know. I don't think fish swimming into your glass is a headache. Do fish get headaches? All this is bad. This is all bad. I love this. Thanks, Mary, for bumming us out. Someone made fun of me crying, so I went home and put L'Oreal No Tears shampoo in my eyes. That shit does not work. like growing up, it was like no tears or like no tears. No one knew the difference. But basically the commercial was like these kids rubbing their soapy fucking eyes and then they were like smiling at the camera. So I'm like, okay, I can try this. Doesn't work. I come out looking like someone just farted in my eyeball. It's all pink. I can't see anything. It was horrible. And like as an adult now, there's nothing that even comes close to that. Now it's all boring. Now it's all like dandruff, split ends. There's no happy goldfish dancing on the front cover. No L'Oreal, no tears, no fun. What's the dumbest shit you ever did as a kid? Okay, M says, mother of Doggins, says, my shining moment was when I was like 4. I put floaties on my feet and jumped into a pool thinking I'd walk on water. I almost drowned. Yep, I've done something kinda similar. I think pretty similar. I saw Pirates of the Caribbean and there's a part where he's like in the canoe underwater and he's walking and he's got like the canoe over him and he's breathing. I tried that with like a bin, just like a plastic bin, and my friend stood on the bin underwater and yep, as you would have thought, I almost drowned. But it worked for a bit. It was like hot breath, it was very echoey. I was like, oh, it works. And then one of them moved a little bit to the left and I almost got waterboarded. It was crazy. I dislocated my jaw yawning. Twice. That's, I feel a crack sometimes when I yawn and I'm like, ooh. That's why just for safety, I always swallow and eat all of my yawns. Even when I'm at home and not even in front of people, I'm just like, oh. You ever look at somebody yawning while you're listening to music and you think that they're screaming and it scares you for a second? I do a lot, more than twice a day. What do you do at that point? Like that's like lockjaw, I think it's called? Yeah, what do you, like, that's the scariest thing I can imagine. Somebody's mouth stuck open and they're like making an appointment, signing in, they're like driving themselves to the doctors. Like, I don't know what you do at that point. I never want to find out. If you have lockjaw, hit like, and also, sorry. My husband broke his thumb playing shadow puppets with the cat. Your husband's committed. At Ceza, your husband is very, very committed. Also, what kind of puppets is he making that he's like going that hard with his thumbs? He broke one thumb though. He's probably like, that's pretty impressive. More of like a, well, that's actually a pretty dumb tweet. I would never put that online. I wouldn't admit to that. I sprained my wrist once when I walked into a spider's web and I flapped away too vigorously in a panic. I told people it was a rugby injury. You know what? We all do it. I don't even avoid. I do that thing where like I have like my arm as a sword. If I'm walking through like bushes, I'll kind of like chop through. Like I'm like a medieval knight trying to get home. I'll just kind of like chop through all the webs. I'm the tallest too, so whenever I go last or first, I always get all the webs in my mouth. You know, all those times that I walk in the woods with people in a line, I always do that. Don't judge. I haven't been on Twitter for, wow, 11 years, but this was a photo I took on my flight from Cleveland to Nashville on Allegiant Airlines on Friday. Yes, this man used a surgical mask to cover his eyes. And yes, he wore the mask like this from departure to arrival. All right, let's see this dude. You know what? He's like, sleep or COVID? So stupid. What does his hat say? Oh, make America great again. Weird. That's so weird. What do you know? Also, I like how that just looks like a complicated setup. He has the headphones over the mask, that's like over the eyes, and a hat on. I wouldn't even know what to take off or put on first. That would be like it's like a whole conundrum. He probably didn't take it off the whole flight because he's like, I don't know how to. I don't even know where to start. I'm just gonna have to be committed. Friend has been complaining about finding an avocado on his lawn every day for weeks now. Why would someone keep throwing avocados in his yard? Who would do that? You guys, he just realized he has an avocado tree. Burn that tree, that's disgusting. I heard someone say avocado is nature's butter. Yeah, way to convince me not to have any more avocado. They'll like smear that on toast. I don't know, white girls and avocados, I'm like, I can't do it. Just peanut butter is good enough for me. My knee's going nuts here, do you hear this? It's like, I got fucking avocado knees, all like rotten and dirty. How many avocados did he have to go through? That's my thing. Was he like at avocado 7 and he's like, I'm gonna camp out tonight and see what's going on. I think I'm a target. Guys, I've been your host, Taylor McWaters. Thank you for joining us on Vibe, and we'll see you next time to some more stupid tweets or some more silly nonsense. Until then, bye. I'm your host, Long Neck McWaters. Welcome back to Vibe. All right, maybe I'll start doing that in videos, Long Neck McWaters. Fuck it, people will be like, yeah, let's bully him, kinda. All right.
I've been called a lot of names and accused of a lot of things by ER patients, but it's surreal to have a patient accuse me of falsifying their COVID result because they don't believe the virus is real, as I'm actively trying to keep them from dying from multi-organ failure from COVID. That is ridiculous. So someone has COVID and this guy's like, hey, you have COVID. I'm keeping you alive. And the guy's like, you're lying about me having COVID just to prove that COVID's real. I actually saw something like literally like 10 minutes ago, and it was like this guy saying that his wife unfortunately has stage 4 cancer, and she was supposed to get treatment. She was getting treatment for like 2 days, and they had to ask her to leave the hospital early because someone with COVID that wasn't vaccinated came in and they had to treat them. And the guy was saying like, if you're anti-vax, like you don't believe in COVID, you don't think it's real, he's like, I don't really give a shit, but he's like, don't come to the hospital then when you get sick. And I mean, I don't want to say this extreme, like I think it's a weird thing. I'm very much so like, you know, everyone has their own choice, I get it. It's like people are very strongly opinionated and I don't want to really get into it, but it's one of those things that it's like, if someone doesn't want to get vaccinated and they don't believe in it and they get COVID, I mean, from what I hear, thankfully, you know, knock on wood, I haven't gotten it, but it sounds like it's pretty fucked up. So to tell some, like to almost throw it back in someone's face and be like, well, you did this yourself. It's like, I get the point people are trying to make, but at the same time, like they say, you know, you could, your opinions can change based on science. Now I get it, a lot of these people are like not believing in the science, but that's not the point, guys. I'm gonna move on because I don't want to ramble too long on that. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Top 10 Central Vibe. It is your boy, Mr. Spicy. Not wearing the merchandise because I don't know why I'm not wearing it, but I probably should. But it's all good. We are reacting to the dumbest tweets in history, part 18. Now, you guys know I want to get to part 69. I've never said that before, but now you guys know I want to get to part 69. It's a funny number to me. So smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Share this with all your friends because we want to get to 69 of them because it's funny. It's a funny number. 69 is a funny number. We're going to get right into it. My girlfriend is currently crying because she thought the $70 she wanted to spend on adopting a koala bear from the Australian brush fires was actually going to physically get her a koala bear. Like they would just FedEx that shit to us and not just become a sponsor. That's funny. It's not funny, but it's kind of funny. I always thought it was bushfires. Is it brush fires? I mean, I'm more fixated on that. Was that just like a grammatical error or am I the idiot here? But yeah, the whole adopting thing, unfortunately, it's like you just give 70 bucks to a company and you just hope that they do something with it to help the koala bear. Which unfortunately, a lot of these like non-for-profits, you know, you give them $100 and like $1 actually goes to the cause because, you know, CEO has to get paid, marketing team has to get paid, the employee, like all the employees have to get paid. They just, you know, very rarely it's like, here's $1,000 for a charity and $1,000 goes to the cause. Very rarely does that happen. It's usually like, it trickles down the line and then like a small percentage actually goes. Unfortunate but true, so the more you know. Radio, you're thinking of a radio. I think I read, okay, I'll read the main tweet first and then that's a retweet, so that's my bad, guys. In breaking news moments like this, there should be a type of podcast you can listen to in real time, easily accessible for free. Radio, you're thinking of a radio. That is what the radio is, and people don't listen to the radio anymore because, well, let's be honest, the radio hosts are awful. No, I'm not even joking. Some of them are pretty bad. Some of them are good, but a lot of them are pretty bad. Podcasts. I'm not even a huge podcast guy. I like some podcasts, but like, you know, I'm more so just like, you know, throw on some Louis Prima and call it a day. What made you decide to have the film in Korean? She asks the Korean director who lives in Korea and speaks Korean and hired a Korean cast to play Korean characters to make social criticism about class in Korea. Did she actually ask that? I feel like she actually did. Yeah, my whole thing with I remember when Parasite won the Academy Award and everyone's like, it shouldn't win Best Film, it should win Best International Film. It wasn't in English. And it's like, are the Academy Awards not the peak of just, like the peak of film? It's not just Hollywood. Like if you win an Academy Award, that's like the top of the top, is it not? Like the Cannes International Film Festival. It's Cannes? Cannes, no it's Cannes. Cannes? I don't know, I should know. And like TIFF. Like it's not just like English. So yeah, I disagree with that. I think at the end of the day, I'm trying to think of a good way to put it. Like maybe in like in sports terms, but not really. That's kind of hard to do because like NFL's all American teams. NBA is like there's one Canadian team. NHL's all the teams though. I guess in North America, right? Yeah, so I don't know, I just like, if it's a good film and people like it, subtitles or not, a film's a film, regardless, at the end of the day. So if it's the best film, it's the best film. It should be from all over the world. I don't think it should just be like a Hollywood or just America thing. What? Let's fuck that. PETA. We saw. Is it PETA? No, it's PETA. Is it PETA? I actually don't know now. Is it? It's PETA. So is it? I actually don't know now. Holy shit. I'm fucking getting in my head here, guys. And I haven't smoked weed in like 3 weeks, so I don't even know what's going on. We saw Pokemon Go as a teachable moment for how people should treat real animals, kidnapping them and forcing them to fight. That's actually very valid. That is 100% valid. Like what? That's not that ain't the tweet. Sorry to break it to you, PETA, but that ain't it. That ain't it. PETA tastes good, and I don't like you guys. My boyfriend and I are 21 and we just bought our dream home after combining our $1,200 stimulus check. Stop being lazy. This is probably not a joke. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much, I don't know where this house, like there probably are some states where you get a house that nice for like, obviously not $1,400 or $2,400. I'm the idiot, I can't even do math right now. But like in Toronto, maybe you get like the bush for $1 million. I'm not even joking, like that little bush off to the side, and they'd be like, hey, here's a new home, it's $1 million, 1.2 million. It's disgusting. That's why I live at home. I'm 27, I live at home, because I can't afford a fucking $1 million house, I'm sorry. Not even $1 million, it's like 1.5 million. This freshman was like, I can't find my class, and we looked at his schedule, and he's at the wrong school. I'm so dead. Holy shit. How do you go to the wrong school? Then again, like, these aren't necessarily real tweets. Sometimes I take them way too literally. But that'd be very funny if they're just at the completely wrong school. It reminds me of the movie She's the Man. Even though it wasn't the wrong school, it was just the wrong person, because she pretended that she was the man. And then like made a fake schedule to get closer to the man. Channing Tatum is the man in the film. I guess Amanda Bynes is also the man at one point. Good movie though. I accidentally hit the language button on my remote last night and watched Family Guy in Spanish for 10 minutes thinking it was a weird joke. I feel like that's something I would do if I was stoned. Which kind of reminds me, I should probably get high tonight. No, I shouldn't. Because guess what, guys? I stopped smoking weed. I feel great now that I stopped smoking weed. Which you guys might be like, oh, come on, Jared. I still make jokes about it. I don't know. I like being sober, like all the time. I don't like drinking or smoking or anything, so. But you guys might, so, you know, toke up if you want. Or have a drink, whatever you guys do when you watch a channel. As long as you guys enjoy it. I put on a mask and literally within seconds, I'm struggling to breathe. The surgeon who wore a mask for 6 hours to reconstruct my knee thinks maybe you're lying and also a drama queen. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Cause like when it's hot out and you put on a mask, it gets a little sticky and it's just uncomfortable. For some people, when you think about breathing in general, breathing feels weird, like, I can't catch my breath now. You're like, I can't catch it. So, I hate how people are just, both sides are so quick to just be like, fuck you, you're wrong. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not gonna get into it, but I was somewhere talking to my friend, and I was talking to my friend, and I was like, honestly, dude, I don't wanna work outside. I have to wear a mask for 8 hours outside, even though I'm double vaxxed. And this girl, or woman, not a girl, she's a woman, she's like, just overhearing the conversation, she's like, oh, well, I wear a surgical mask in the ICU with a ventilator, and I have scars on my nose from the mask, so I don't wanna hear you complaining. And in my head, I'm like, sorry, was I talking to you? I was talking to him. Why are you talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? You must be talking to me. Nobody else is here. If you guys get that joke, I appreciate you. But no, I just don't. It's like one of those things that, you know, you can't please everyone, but sometimes just keep to yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, like, and that's not. I wear a mask indoors. Like I wear a mask where I have to, but I don't want to have to wear a mask outside if I don't feel that I need to wear a mask outside personally. So that's just, you know, it is what it is. Girl at restaurant, are you Tony Hawk? Me, yes. Her, why? I had no idea how to answer. Wait, what? Are you Tony Hawk? Yes. Why? I don't know how I would answer that either. Someone's like, are you Jared Bronstein? Yes. Why? I'd be like, I don't know. I was born this way, I guess? I don't know. That's just who I am. That's all for this one, guys. I've been your boy Pepper, aka Mr. Spicy, Jared Bronstein in the house. You've been watching Top 10 Central Vibe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.